Hello, people. Ready or not, here I am. Somebody's going to find me soon, I'm sure. So meanwhile, I shall just sit here and sip my chocolate milk until somebody arrives and my hair is falling down. So that is a good start, isn't it? Let's secure that bit first before we get... Oh, it's still falling down. Oh, what the heck. Oh, well. I'm Billy No Bates. Nobody's here but me. I'm sure somebody will join me soon, so I shall just talk to myself until someone does. Oh, hi, Maria. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Katrina. I thought for a moment I was here on my own. Hi, Robin. Hi, Jan. Hi, Karen. Hi. Oh, Kate's Easy Craft. Hey. Hey, Nerdy Stitcher. Hello, Esther. I'm doing okay today. Okay, except it's just gone very, very cold. Oh, knit and crochet with a Gilmore girl. Hi to you as well. You may have noticed I'm actually wearing one of my jackets because it just went suddenly cold. I'll take it off in a minute because I've put the heating on. So, how was my weekend? Well, I went shopping today, but just for food. And the rest of the day, oh, my old walking chair thing. Oh, hi, Kelly. Yes, yes. Is it freezing? Oh, it's not snowing, thank goodness here. It was quite warm this morning. I went shopping in a blouse and a skirt. And about an hour ago, I suddenly went absolutely freezing cold. So I've had to put this jacket on. It's only a lightweight jacket, but I like it. It's one of my. Let's have a look. It's got all this like Japanese flowers or whatever they are all the way down it. I love it. Oh dear, you got sciatica. I've had that. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. I would be if I couldn't do anything. Yeah. Get better soon. Yes, you better had, don't you, Kelly? Hi, Brittany. Yeah, I've had sciatica, back pain, and everything. It is excruciating. You don't want her to lie down, sit down, what to do with yourself. Oh, you got the same walking chair. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it is terrible when people have to be in bed with things. I'm fortunate, really, is when I'm having a bad do, I can still sit in my recliner chair. So I still can do my, crochet and everything. Hi, Craft Angel. But it must be terrible with that sciatica and you have to just stay in bed and not do anything. That would drive me nuts. Cheers. It's chocolate milk. Fridgy or whatever they call it. Fridgy. I'm not sure. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. Oh, hi, Kim. Yeah, I've only had sciatica a few times before I had my back fixed. So, yeah. Yeah, you can catch up with your podcast, can't you? I'm still way behind. Hi, Joe. I'm way behind everything. Yes, it's a nerve condition. It's a nerve in your back that presses on something and it shoots down your leg and it's blooming painful. Yeah, it is painful. As I say, touching wood, I don't have it much anymore. But when it shoots down your leg, it's like somebody jabbing you with an electric prod. It's not pleasant. I haven't seen any of Kim's Vader's and I haven't seen any of somebody else's. Oh, I was too busy trying to catch up with my own, to be quite truthful. I was so glad though that was over. I know everybody liked it, but it was sort of getting to me a bit. Whoops, trying to get me more of me in the camera. Yeah, I need to catch up on everybody's Vaders and blogs and everybody's. I see an odd one now and again, but then I'm watching it on the TV and I forget to put a comment on as I've watched it. So and then, of course, when I come back to my email, I've forgotten which video I actually watched. Yeah. Hi, Christy. Oh, that's the one I've just finished in the background. It's pink cotton that I got from Hobium. Mercerized cotton. It's lovely stuff. I got that pink and I got lilac and grey. Yeah. Oh, you've been in Turkey. Lucky you. Yeah, yeah. Nerve pain is one of the worst pains that you can have. Yeah. It is working up. It's worked up lovely, Kim. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. There's different ones in this Mamiya. You have to be careful which one you get because there's about three different cottons called Mamiya. But I got the one that says Mercerized XL. And that's the one I like the feel of. It's really shiny and nice to crochet with. Have you had it as well, Christy? Yeah, it's not fun, is it? I've got neuropathy in my toes, but fortunately, I'm not at the moment suffering any pain with it. I just trip up. Oh, the picture, that's the stag. Yeah, I got that given to me ages ago by a guy next door, but one who was moving house, didn't have room for all his possessions. And me being the little magpie that I am, I went, oh, you're getting rid of that. And he was also getting rid of an absolutely gorgeous coffee table with glass top that was shaped like a threepenny. You know, there's six sides to it. Threepenny bit. You won't know what a threepenny bit is if you're in the States, but it's got, I think it's six sides to it like that. And it's got a glass top. It's beautiful. No Gigi this weekend. No, I had him all last weekend because his parents had gone to a wedding. Um, I think they went to Malta to the wedding. I'm not absolutely sure. Or maybe they're going to Malta next time. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, great. When you say a second attempt at a sweater, did the first one fail? Or is it just you're making a second one? You're right, yeah. A lot full of little dogs. I miss my little dog. I do. When he's not here. Yeah. But he's not my dog, so I have to stop saying that. Oh, that's right. You have to be different, don't you? Who knows? No, Christine's looking after her grandson. She'll probably join us later. She's doing her grandma duties today. But when she's got him to bed, she's going to pop on. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everyone in the States. We've already had our Mother's Day, so it was a few weeks ago. Hi, Marie. Yeah. So are you knit and crochet with a Gilmore girl? Oh, well, that's doesn't matter, nerdy stitcher. You can't do it, you can't do it, so don't feel guilty. Oh, that's good, isn't it, Kim? Second honeymoon. Oh, your name's Cheryl. Right, okay. That's easier than saying knit and crochet with a Gilmore Girl. I never remember names. I'm terrible. You have to forgive me. I'm awful. Yeah. Oh, you've been in a hospital, Marie. So sad to see that. Oh, you definitely got to make up for staying on your anniversary. Start as you mean to go on. Oh, that's your YouTube podcast. Well, I'm supposed to be working on a sweater. Well, a top, really. My new transport, yes. I'm loving it. I haven't used it really yet, but oh my goodness me. I'm sorry to see that, Marie. Oh, are you able to move about, or have you got a wheelchair, or what have you got? A couple of siders, yeah. I mean, have you got a wheelchair or a scooter, or what you got, Marie? Can you take your oxygen with you, like mobile? Yeah, I would be. Oh, you remembered, Ruth. Thank you very much. Yeah, tipsy crochet, especially if it's an animal, it could do with its head on backwards or something. That's what would happen with my tipsy crochet. Hi, Enid. Welcome to the party. I was singing to you all before you were going. Yeah, Kim's got to do a tipsy crochet, hasn't she? Yeah. I didn't want my motorized, well, I haven't got a wheelchair, I've got a motorized scooter. I had to put up with it. I'm not an old lady, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've seen the huge Afghan Kendra's doing. Honestly, she's really inspiring, isn't she? I could never make anything that big. I saw Sue on Friday. That was lovely to see Sue. I hadn't seen her. I'd forgotten all about her going on her holidays. 12-point baby ripple. I thought you were going to say a 12-pound baby then. Yeah, she's done really well, hasn't she, Sue, with her ultralag and her Tunisian, because she's not really done it much. She just tried it. But she was away on holiday. I think that's what she got the time to do it, really. Yeah, Ian, yeah. I got told off by Ian. I don't know whether you saw it in the comments. I didn't want to say his full name, I didn't want to say his last name, so we just said Ian. And I've got a son called Ian. So I said, not my Ian. I said, Ian who makes the comments. And he goes, yeah, I make comments, but I also come on the live as well. Yeah. You missed half of us. I don't know what happened. I bought a bigger memory card hoping that we could chat a lot longer. And it cut off at 55 minutes. And it's supposed to be twice the size of the other memory card that I had. And yet the other memory card does 45 minutes before it cuts off. This one did 55 minutes and it cut off, which is ridiculous, really. Oh, hi, little Eve. I don't know. Oh, back soon. Bye now. I'm going to take my coat off. I'm warming up, people. Um, oh, If I come on the internet, looking at the screen, I don't know what there is, but I just drop asleep. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Christy. I just fall asleep when I'm watching things, especially if I finish up playing something like solitaire or something. Yeah, she couldn't she, Kim? Yeah, I agree. She shouldn't sit there twiddling her thumbs. If she's awake, get her to do something. Oh, Pinterest. Oh, my God. You get swallowed up in Pinterest. It's worse than It's worse than Ravelry. It's worse than Etsy. When you're pattern searching and stuff like that. You start off looking for something on Pinterest, then you get diverted across. Then you finish up looking at something that you wouldn't do. I stay up too late. It's usually 1 or 2 o'clock before I get to bed, and then I get so cross when it's 10 o'clock. And I go down the rabbit hole. Instagram is where people post pictures and talk. Pinterest is just you put a picture up. There's no chit chat on Pinterest, really. My PC, as Kelly knows, doesn't like Instagram, so. Everybody does these wonderful scrappy blankets, and I can't get inspired. Yeah, I'm a low-key Pinterest user because I just get dragged into it and finish up looking at something completely different. Yeah. See, I've took my jacket off now. Whee! I was so cold. I have never done a crochet along. I don't know why. They're usually blankets or Afghans or something like that, and I don't do those. I lose interest about a quarter way through. They're too big. I could never do what Kendra's doing. Yeah, Pinterest free, yeah. No, I don't know why I don't like, I don't like doing crochet alongs because they would take too long and I would get fed up having to wait for everybody else to catch up or something, yeah. Temperature show. I am definitely a rebel, Kim, you're right there. If everybody else is doing something, I don't do it on principle. It's not that I don't like corner to corner. I've never done one. I never had the urge to make one. Because it's a blanket again, isn't it? Oh, I'm coming to Kentucky then. I talked to Grace, as you know, and it's really hot in Texas usually. She gets plagued with mosquitoes and everything. Yeah. If I did a crochet blanket, it would be mostly one colour, whatever the colour for rain is. Hello, Donna. You're in hot Oklahoma. How lucky. I'm in freezing cold Manchester. I never had to put the heating on. It's not funny. It's May and I've had to put the heating on. It's ridiculous. My heating bill will be terrible. Good evening. I'm in the UK too. How's things? About the same. About the same. I like it to be moderate. I like it to be hot enough to wear a short sleeve top and a skirt, but I don't like it to be so hot that I'm really. Are you going to send me an arm, please? I don't like it to be too hot, where I can't go outside because I have to come in, I'm too warm. Yeah. Or it'll be like a little, what do they call it? Chinese laundry in your house, Kim. With all, I mean, my ex-husband used to hate that, and all the washing was steaming everywhere and the windows were all fogged up. Or you can keep your snakes. Oh. I'd have barricades all around my house to stop them coming in. Yeah, it's funny that my arthritis doesn't like the cold weather, and it certainly doesn't like the damp. But it also doesn't like it too hot. You think that the hotter the better it would be nice. Although I must admit, when I go on holiday abroad, I'm oh, bye Enid. When I go on holiday abroad, my arthritis and my knees and everything are a lot better. I won't say I'm walking around normally, but yeah, I agree with you, Kim. Spiders and snakes and everything. They build all the houses on stilts, I believe, don't they? And all these things are underneath. I'd be scared to death of going down the steps. Oh, is it raining over there, Eve? Yeah. No, I'm not in any Facebook crochet groups. No, I stopped going into the groups. I'm on Facebook groups, but I'm not on Ravelry groups. I'm getting mistaken here. I stopped being in the Ravelry groups. They got a bit bitchy for me, so don't bother. I don't really post in the Facebook crochet groups because I always feel as though I'm like promoting myself, which is probably what I'm supposed to be doing, but I just feel cheeky. People put things in there and they're like, this is for my grandson, this is for my granddaughter. And I will be putting in things in saying, this is on Etsy for sale, so I just feel a bit cheeky. I'm not very good at, hi Anita, I'm not very good at promoting myself, as you've probably gathered. I'll have to get a sandwich board once I walk around. What does cheeky mean? I don't know. How would you describe cheeky? It means naught. Mischievous, yeah, naughty. Cheeky is when you go in somewhere and you say something like, "Oh, I'm a crocheter. Do you want to see my crochet? Do you want my card? Do you want this?" To me, that's being a bit cheeky. If somebody asks me what am I wearing and I say, "Oh, I've worn it. It's something I've made myself," yeah, and then I might say, "Oh, I do it." And then I might get a conversation with them telling them I've got a YouTube channel and I've got an Etsy shop and that. But I don't really, yeah, it is a bit of upping yourself, yeah. I don't really force myself on people, like when you're in a crowd of people, I don't go, oh, by the way, I'm a crocheter and I've got an Etsy shop. I just wait while somebody asks me something and then I might say that, oh, by the way, I've got an Etsy shop. But you get some people who self-promote, don't they, all the time? And to me, that is cheeky, I think. It's Urban Gypsy Crochet, my Etsy shop, yeah. urban gypsy culture. If you want to know where that came from, I used to go to belly dancing classes, and it was run by a lady who was in a group called the Urban Gypsies, and they used to go out and do belly dancing. And I always wanted to be well enough, good enough to join in with them doing their dancing and stuff when they went on any of these um, shows and things. I always wanted to be good enough, and of course I never was. But the name Urban Gypsy sort of stuck, and I loved it. And then when I was looking for a name from a shop, I thought, I know, Urban Gypsy Crochet. So I'm not a gypsy in any shape or form, except I wanted to be a wannabe urban gypsy for the belly dancers because they were so good. But unfortunately, because of my back issues, I never was. I went originally when my back wasn't as bad as it is, thinking that if I exercised the muscles, they said if I got the core muscles stronger, that it would support my spine. But I absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed doing the belly dancing, but I didn't like the pain afterwards. But it's such fun if ever you want to do it, girls. It's just such fun. You have a whale of a time. Shaking your hips and jingling your... I've got a belt, with all the jingles on it, yeah. I know, it does. When my back pain was really bad before I had me op, well, it's still bad now, but it was worse before I had me op. My son used to say, why are you banging your head against the oven door? And I said, I want something different to focus on. No, you haven't got too much belly. No, that's what you need. You need a belly to belly dance. If you're skinny, you can't do it properly. Yeah. Oh, sorry to lose you, Christy. Have a nice evening. Yeah, no, Cheryl, you need a belly to do belly dancing. Yeah. Yeah. I used to bang my head on the oven door like that. Boom, boom, boom. My son could not understand. Well, belated happy anniversary, Kim, and you enjoy your together time with your mister, yeah? Strawberry banana yogurt cream frozen pie. Well, I'm on my own, so I could swear if I wanted to, but really I don't. I just don't cook, and the end of the story. These two guys came to the door the other day and they were selling those. You get a recipe and you get all the food delivered for you to cook each day for different recipes and everything. And I said, you're knocking on the wrong door here, love. If it doesn't go in the microwave and go ping, or in the oven and go ping, I don't want to know. I can't stand long enough to start cooking anything at the oven, at the stove, yeah. You sound like a friend of mine. She can cuss like a sailor when she wants to. Oh, that sounds too much like hard work. Who knows? If you didn't live in the US, I'd say post me some. Words you say inevitably turn to be a curse word in some language, don't they? And also, if you go abroad, the locals think it's highly hilarious to teach you all the words that you shouldn't know. When I lived in Wales when I was about 7, the local kids taught me all the swear words. Of course, I thought they were teaching me different things. I thought they were teaching me to say hello and things like that. But no, they thought it was great fun to teach me all the rude words. Yeah. Oh, you swear in Britain too, British too. Yeah, some of them are a bit, a bit sweary, aren't they? Yeah. Monchi. Yes, our tart does have a different meaning. A tart is a lady with loose morals, usually, that wears her skirts up round her waistline somewhere. Yeah. Oh, Red Dwarf, yeah. That is a weird show, yeah. My son used to watch that all the time. I only caught bits and pieces of it. I was never quite into it, yeah. But yes, a lady of the night. But sometimes it's not quite as bad as that. If you say somebody looks like a tart, it means she's gone out dressed like a cheap woman. Oh, hi, Ruthie. And you're not long finished work? Well, put your feet up, dear, and get yourself a brew. Yeah, a lot of the girls today, the young ones today, when they go out on the town, for drinks and that, they look like tarts. They wear big high heels they can't walk in, and skirts up to the, yeah, you know what's it, and tops down to the, you know what's it. Oh, Monty Python, yeah. My son put a message on our answering machine. I'm going back when we had answering machines for the phone. And it was some line from Monty Python. I can't quote it. But it was like, "You've done it again, you stupid person. You've rung when we're not in. So leave a message, leave your bank details and something or other. And if you're not too boring, we'll get back to you eventually." Yeah, hoochie. Oh, I hate those like flesh coloured trousers, leggings. They look like they're walking around nude, honestly. And the ones who wear the flesh coloured ones are usually the biggest girls with the biggest bottoms. And I'm thinking, do you not have a long mirror? Do you not see yourself before you go out? I mean, leggings are fine if you're wearing a long top that covers up your essentials, but not when you. Oh, somebody just sent me a message saying, when you're on live, I cannot send you messages. Oh, sorry, Beverly, if you're watching me. I mean, Christina had that problem, and she couldn't send, say messages. Yeah, yeah. A tunic is fine, Lydia, if you're wearing leggings, but I really don't like people who wear a little tiny top or even a little tank top thing, a half top, and they're never the right girls. They're not. They're not nice, slender girls. They're always the bigger ones that want to wear these tight things. Yeah. Hi, Alicia. And it's like when people used to wear these little tops and they have like a muffin top. And they're always the fat girls, aren't they? Who want to wear them. Sorry to anybody who's a bit plump out there who likes to wear them. Oh my goodness, Cheryl. Can't you not clean your apartment on another day? Oh dear. Oh, I know. I don't mind a flat toned midriff, but I don't like a flabby one, especially like a pale pink one that's not seen the sun. It's not nice, is it? You're on strike. I'm always on strike. I just don't. That's the beauty of living by yourself. You can be on strike. Eventually, you have to unstrike. Yeah. Oh, men in tight, skinny jeans where you can see everything. Their wherewithal, that's just not pleasant. I just don't like men in cut-off tops. Yeah, you're piniformist, but you're on strike. Oh, I know, it does look awful, doesn't it, Ruth? I mean, I don't understand, do they not have a mirror? Do they look in it and think they look okay? Yeah. I mean, I put things on and I think, when I look in the mirror, nope, ain't gonna happen. Take it off. You there's sort of a line with decency and looking okay. But I think young ones today just follow the fashion and they see a catwalk model who's probably size 8, size 10, or whatever she is, and they could be a size 22 and they still want to wear the same outfit. And it's like, no, it's not meant for you, dear. There are a lot of nice clothes meant for larger people. Wear those instead. My dad used to say about those lycra legging things when they used to bend over, the prams and everything, the strollers. And he used to say, my God, he said, I didn't know lycra could stretch that far. You know, I know. I used to know a lady and she was like in her 60s. I mean, I'm talking when I was in my 30s. And she used to wear these tight white little leggings, like the Olivia Newton-John wore in black, but she used to wear them in white. And I swear that she didn't have underwear on. And it was just not pleasant. you know, People who don't wear bras should at least have a nice firm pair of boobs, yeah? Nobody wants to see a pair of boobs down by the waistline, do they? Ugh. No, I used to laugh when they used to say, to measure your bra size, you have to take everything off like a measure around. And I used to think, well, if I did that, I wouldn't get the right size because, like, you'd have to sort of hold them up, to measure around them. Because if you measured around them where they went when gravity hit them, like, you wouldn't get the right size, would you? If you know what I'm saying. I know, gravity's terrible. I think we should all learn to walk around on our hands. Mind, I remember watching, did you ever watch The Golden Girls? And was it Blanche, And she said, when you're in the bedroom, she says, never lean over the man. She said, just get a mirror and look what you look like when you lean over. And then look what you look like when you lean back. And she said, no, neither would I. Yeah, you try it with a mirror one day. You try leaning over a mirror and see how everything goes. Probably doesn't when you're young. You can probably get away with it, but when you're my age, not that I get a chance these days. Yeah, Blanche was, yeah. I gave men up for Lent about 12 years ago. And women as well, don't get me wrong. Oh dear. No, never tried that avenue. Uh, got nothing against it. That's what floats your boat, but it doesn't do anything for me. Yeah. Yeah, she's right there. Don't do it anymore, yeah. Well, it's funny when I had my hysterectomy years ago. I remember I was talking to a friend who was a vet, and he was saying, I don't know what's wrong with you. He said, when I have to do hysterectomies on sheep and that, he said, they're wondering about the feel like, about an hour and a half later. And I said, yeah, but they're on 4 legs. I said, we're on 2 legs standing up. And everything is, yeah, what was she called? The mum? Can't think now. She was supposed to be Italian, wasn't she? I think in actual fact she was younger than B, who played her daughter. Sophia, that's right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she was little and she wore this wig thing, but in actual fact she was younger, I think, than B, whatever her name was that played her daughter. Yeah, Stella Getty, that was her. Yeah. I haven't had a C-section, but I had hysterectomy, so it's a bit... Yeah, B. Arthur, that was the one, yeah. I had hysterectomy, so I still get the baby bump that wants to dangle. It tickles me when these artists and, you know, film stars and that have a baby and come wandering around, don't they? And they just... I think B. Arthur dislike everybody from the sound of it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Is Betty White still alive, or is she gone now? I think all the others have gone, haven't they? It was only Betty White. No, yeah, I think she's still alive. She's 90 something, isn't she? I don't get to see her, Betty White, now. I only saw her when she was on, the Golden Girls. I never seen her in anything else. The one woman I used to like was the one that was on, was it Raymond and something? She was in Mrs. Miracle films and that. I thought she was a really nice actress. She's been in loads of films. I can't think of her name now. I used to like the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And she used to be ringing the door, but Carlton, and he used to be going as if he was off his head, didn't he? He used to be answering her really slowly. Carlton, the doorman here. Yeah, I used to love that show, Mary Tyler Moore. Yeah. I can't think of that lady's name who was in the films. Like, she was playing Mrs. Miracles, and then she was in a show playing Raymond's mother. She was always coming across the road. 96, yeah, bless her. I wonder if I'll get to 96. I won't still be on YouTube because I'll have decided there's something else better than YouTube. Oh, hi, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, I wish I could remember that name. Was it My Name is Raymond or something, the series? And she was always butted in, coming across the road, butted in, weren't she? I thought she was a great actress, that woman. I can't think of her name now. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking. Oh, hi, Sophia. Everybody loves Raymond, that's the one. Well, the one who played his mother, I used to think she was a great actress. Hi, Melrose. Hi, Robin. I should be doing my crochet, shouldn't I? I don't know what I'm sitting here. Yeah. I don't know what she was in. She was definitely in the Mrs. Miracle thing. Doris Roberts, yeah, that's her, isn't it? She was. You're in the Hallmark Christmas movies, eh? I don't mind Christmas movies. I don't like them when they start about July. And I'm going through my channels, for the movies. Yeah, I loved her in Mrs. Miracle. She did 2 or 3, didn't she, Mrs. Miracles? Yeah. Yeah. You hate them? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you hate the Christmas movies? Yeah, I don't like them. There are always women in the city who have to go back home because their dad's ill and he has a Christmas tree factory or something. Oh, they're always dead schmaltzy. And they always fall in love with the bloke that they went to school with, didn't they? And they're always supposed to be engaged to be married to somebody else, and then they change their mind. They're also, you could write the script, couldn't you, on the back of a blooming matchbox? Depends what mood I'm in, Ruth. Ruth, yeah. Depends what mood I'm in. My daughter-in-law used to love all these, what did my son used to call them? Cheesy movies, yeah. It's like the Mills and Boons books, isn't it? When you pick those up, you always know there's going to be a happy ending. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, they're sort of always so predictable. Or a couple who finish up, who hate each other, always finish up together at the end, don't they? Chick flicks, yeah. I don't mind a good chick flick, but I don't like predictable ones where you can see where they're going right from the start. Oh, here we are, not even an hour in. I'm already yawning. I used to like the Mills and Boon books with the happy ending, and I think it's if you're miserable in your daily life, you like to have a little bit of fantasy to get yourself out of it, don't you? They always say you read about what you don't have in your life. I like to read you pick holes in films, you do, yeah. You're in your 50s, where's your handsome bachelor? He's probably the son of mine. My handsome bachelor is probably in the old folks' home now. John Wayne films really were always predictable, weren't they? And the way he used to speak, it was always kind of different words, but the same drawl. My favourite film with, I think John Wayne was in it, was Rio Bravo with Dean Martin and Ricky Nelson. And that old guy called Stumpy. I don't know what his real name was. I've watched Rio Bravo so many times I can practically recite all the words with them. Ricky Nelson was my absolute idol when I was younger. Well, if men were looking for younger women, I would have to be dating a man in his 90s then, wouldn't I? If there's any of them left. I seem to attract younger men for some reason or another, but I'm not flattered because I know what they're after and it's not companionship and marriage, if you know what I mean, and I'm keeping it clean. Um, yeah. Oh my goodness me, Christmas presents already. Go wash your mouth out. I don't talk about Christmas till the beginning of December. No, I got fed up of younger men asking me out on dates because they're not interested in me. I was just going to be another notch on the bedpost. Well, I wasn't, so hard luck. Go to Turkey if you're a big lady because honestly, doesn't matter how old you are or what. If you're a big girl, you have to fight them off with a stick. I don't know why men always say if you ask them they want this model woman who's gorgeous and young and slender and that, and yet they chat up all the big girls. You know, I mean, when I was younger, I was never short of male attention. Let's just say, but now I can't be bothered. Oh, you had the hubby with you. No, I went to Turkey when I was about to get divorced, and you're cursing Netflix. Oh, you're off to work again, Robin. Oh, poor you. Yeah, thank you. You have a good week as well. I used to have to work weekends when I had the shop. It was terrible. It didn't work Sunday, of course. My mother would have had us opening Sunday if she thought it was feasible, but oh, it's not on Netflix. I don't have Netflix, so I'm not a big film watcher. So counting my pennies, I just have like the satellite programs. I don't have the extra for films. Yeah, I know nursing homes work 24/7. I hope I never have to go in one. No offense to you, Robin, or anybody that works in one, but I just hope I don't have to go in one. The ones where we are, near where we are, are not that nice to the patients. My one dread is Alzheimer's, so I'll start going a bit loopy. Will you tell me? I really do not want to. You going to Trader Joe's to buy groceries? Trader Joe's always reminds me of these old stores like they used to have in what were they called? The Waltons, where they used to go in and it was all floorboards and stuff. That's what when you say Trader Joe's, that's what it reminds me of. Like furs and things hanging on things. Bye, Lilia. Mercantile. I don't remember that at all. We've got less and less little shops over here now because everybody goes to the supermarkets. And it's such a shame. I'm not a big TV watcher. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I don't watch a lot of films really. I'm too busy trying to catch up on everybody's videos. I'm sure people are pumping them out, making more and more and more, and I'm going further and further behind. What's on YouTube? Mercantile, whatever that is. At least you didn't disturb him with your snoring, Ruthie. I would have done. If I don't have my breathing machine on, I absolutely suck the curtains in. That's what my ex-husband used to say I did. I don't mind sleeping with him, but he keeps sucking the curtains in. Oh dear. I've still got a TV. Yeah, I've got Amazon Prime, but I never bother to even look for it. They must love me because I never get me. Oh, that must be awful with gas problems. I once went on that fibre diet years back. Oh my goodness me. It was dreadful. I don't really watch an awful lot of the TV. I watch, yeah. Well, I bet his workmates love him now. You're making him take it in the morning. If he works in an office, they'll love him. My son used to drink Guinness, if you know what Guinness is. And he was dreadful to be near the following morning. I said to him, I wish you'd stop drinking that flipping stuff. It must ferment in his body. It was dreadful. Oh, that's my phone. Oh, he works from home. Shut him in the conservatory and open all the windows. Hi, Jill. My phone's bleeping at me. It needs charging, I think. Battery is low. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've got a message. Who from? Oh, Tony. Oh, can I please let Buddy out again? And I didn't get the message. Oh, you're right, Kelly. Oh, hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jenny. Hang on, I put my glasses on. Could you please let Buddy out? Oh, I've just seen. Excuse me while I answer the message. Can't concentrate when I'm typing. No, you wanted me to let the dog out. Yes, it's a Samsung, yeah. It's I got a new phone for Christmas and we couldn't oh, you're back again, are you? We couldn't get it to work properly, so I swapped it with my son for one of his older phones. So this is a much older phone, but at least it works. Yeah, it's a Samsung. Any trolls tonight? Yes, you've missed a few, Jenny. I need to go plug my phone in. Hang on. Oh, Oh, it needs charging up. Oh. Yes, Jenny, I had to boot them out without you because you were nowhere around. Right. If I don't plug my phone in, I'll forget, and then it won't wake me up in the morning. Not that it does wake me up in the morning. It plays me lovely music in the morning, which doesn't exactly wake me up. Right. Coat. Right, what have I missed? I don't know what model it is. You always miss the fun. Yes, well, where have you been then, Jenny? You missed all the fun. Did you get to the YMCA? Well, I've got my new phone, my brand new phone, as a spare now, yeah. Any excuse, Nancy, for going to Joanne's, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you didn't have to duck him underneath the water then. He was behaved with it. He was being a little bit boisterous before you went. Oh, you're making him take you to Joanne's. You have the power. I'm hoping to get to Lolly's little wool shack sometime. I don't know when. Darn tooting. We're back to somebody's husband who takes the supplements again. He wasn't as bad as I've seen him, Jenny. He was a little boisterous, but I wish I had the chance to hate Michael's because I've never actually been in the place. So I would love to know whether I would hate Michael's. You're going to the range. We don't have a range near here. I don't think, anyway. 9-inch circulars and sock. Yeah. I bought a 9-inch circular, but I don't even know where it is. You've got 3. I don't think we've got any. Where I live, I've got to travel to everywhere. Even to go to, we've got a hobby craft, I think. It's not a Hobby Lobby, it's just a hobby craft. But that doesn't do much wool. Hobby Lobby. Ooh. Huh? I did a bad survey once with the bank, and it was supposed to be confidential, and I was really upset because she come and complained to me because I'd said this, that, and the other. No, we don't have any yarn in our grocery stores. We have an Asda, which is similar to your Walmart, but all it sells is food and a few bits of clothing. Yeah, we don't have these places like Joanne's and whatnot and Hobby Lobbies. We don't have anything like that. Are you the lucky one? We've got an Abercarn if I go into Manchester, but it's not the same. It sells mostly dress fabric. He's coughing from his bottom, is he? Irene used to call them bottom burps. You got your hair cut? Woo! All right, from Kim and Blue Cherub. Ah, AC more. See, we don't have anything like that. Oh, you need a mask now. Do you know little Gigi? He is so tiny, and yet he is the best farter of any dog I've ever known. He's dreadful. We call them little whiffies, but they're very, very. I'm not even near a pound stretch. I would have to go to Manchester or to Bury to find a pound stretcher. Yeah. We don't have anything near here. I think Kelly's got one near her. Pound stretcher or a pound round or something. I think I must be one of those neighbourhoods where nobody knits. Everybody that's tried to open a wool shop in the past, I mean, I've been here 50 years, has always failed bitterly. So I don't think anybody in this neighbourhood must be a knitter or a crochet. I have nowhere in my town that sells yarn. Nowhere at all. Because even our oldie that's supposed to have yarn every now and again doesn't get it. I have to go to a different oldie in a different town. Mm. No, there's never any wool in our charity shops either. I don't think anybody in this neighbourhood must knit. There's never anything. People say, "Oh, I went to a charity shop and I got all this yarn." I mean, Sian used to buy loads of it in her charity shops, but I never find any of it. You're working on a crochet long cardigan, a granite cardigan. Sian always does well. She finds all sorts of bargains. He didn't forget you, did he, on purpose? An e-reader? What's that, so you can read books? I'm not technical. You have to explain these things to me in letters of one syllable. I keep thinking I'll try and find those books, that they read online. I know, what's he called? Does it? A bloke, a guy does it, doesn't he? Yeah. What's he called? Fibre Spider, isn't he? He reads books out, doesn't he? I nod off when I'm reading. It's a sign of old age, isn't it? I just go stuff. You love Fibre Spider. No, I don't. I would like an audio book. Yeah. Then I wouldn't have to sort of strain my eyeballs reading. Yeah. I want to. I mean, I watch Kendra. Is it? And Kendra does all these audio books, but I think she gets hers from the library. I'm not sure. Good evening, Christina. No, audiobooks. Yeah, well, I don't really read. I just fall asleep. I get in bed and I put my glasses on and I get my book and then I wake up, my glasses are, don't know where they are. They're usually bent because I've laid on them. And I can't do that. I can't read. I used to be able to do when I was younger. I used to watch the TV, read, and crochet at the same time, or knit at the same time. I'm drinking chocolate milk. Very bad for me. Informational reading. Yeah, Dina. Or if I play anything like Patience, not Patience, is it? Yeah, Solitaire. I just go to sleep. I fell asleep at the PC table this afternoon. Fell asleep at my desk. Hi, Dina. Yeah, how to video. Or watch somebody tutorial. If it gets a bit boring, I've gone to sleep. And I wake up just as she's sewing up the end. I'll start off watching this top and then she's finished it by the time I wake up. Yeah, I've never really looked into how you get an audio book, whether you have to join them or what. You know, whether you. That's what I'm drinking, if you can see it. A Frigi chocolate milk. Oh no, history would send me to sleep. I don't mind looking at history, as in looking at lovely historical buildings and things, but if I have to read about history, I'm afraid I would go to sleep. You've had no tea today. Where's your slaves? Making you get them making you something. Have I ever seen the ASMR videos? Oh, right. No, I haven't, Ruthie. Ah, Crochet Along Elizabeth Simmer. Yeah, I've only done the knitted Elizabeth Zimmerman. I did buy one from a guy on Ravelry, a pattern, and it was like a tutorial but written. It was very, very good. And that was like the Elizabeth Zimmerman surprise baby jacket. I can't remember his name now. Hmm. Oh, good night, Katrina. Yeah, but somebody brought out a crocheted version of the baby surprise jacket. The original Elizabeth Zimmerman one was knitted, yeah. I did that. I've got a very old book of Elizabeth Zimmerman's um, where she's got that in it. I think I bought it for that jacket. And but I don't think anybody's done a video. I mean, she's not been with us for a long time, has she, Elizabeth Zimmerman? Maybe there's some reason why they can't do it, like copyright reasons or something. Why they can't do, I mean, there must be somebody in charge of her books because they're still being published, aren't they? I mean, I've got a very, very old book of hers, but I didn't buy it a long, 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 long time ago. It's like a reprint that I got from Amazon, of course. I want to do my crochet. I bet everybody else is doing the crochet and I'm sat here doing nothing. Oh, let me get my hook. My hook. I should be doing my order, but I'm not. I'm doing my white and pink top instead. And I'm on the decreasing and I don't know how far I've got to decrease. So I better have a look. Or the pink one behind me. That's a very, very old pattern. Somebody else asked me what it was, but it's one of my vintagey ones, you know. Oh, you're crocheting and listening? Well, I should be crocheting and talking, shouldn't I? Let me put my glasses on a minute while I see what I'm supposed to be doing. Shape armholes. Shape armholes. Shape armholes. And then continue without shaping. Right. So I've got to do another 2 rows. Oh dear. Sorry about that, Cheryl. You're hot gluing a gun into a gun. You're hot glue gunning a lining into a basket. I'm scared to death of them hot glue guns. I'm sure I'd burn myself with a damn thing. I've always said I'm going to buy one, but I never have. You're working a granny square in the fibre flux. Ooh. No, I'm just very bored. I still haven't sewn those linings into my bags yet. I'm really bad, aren't I? Oh, you're back now, yeah? Oh, you're burning your fingers a lot, yeah? My friend gave herself a really nasty burn off a hot glue gun. I think she forgot it would stay as hot as it did. And, you know, when she was using it and she touched it and just burnt a big blister on her finger. They never do it on the YouTube videos, do they? They never curse because they burnt their hand. That would be me. Well, the car's out of commission. Oh, that's a good excuse. Ah, queen size. Oh, do you know I'd lose the will to live if I had to do something that large? Hey? Huh? Well, the baby blankets. I've done baby blankets, but I couldn't do anything any larger. The largest I've ever done has been a baby blanket or the dog blanket. You know, I've not. Besides the granny square blanket that I got given for my birthday, I've still got my mum's one, but it's kind of falling apart now because it's, so old it's just falling apart through being washed a lot. Half an hour from Wool Warehouse. Oh, that's very tempting, isn't it? Sue and I are thinking of getting a trip out to Lolly's little wool shack one day, but we don't know when. Whether it's near future, far future, I don't really know. You're doing an entrelac. Sue's is very subtle shades of all different shades of grey. I've done entrelac, but in knitting. I did a baby jacket in knitting. It was a Peyton's pattern. In fact, I still got it somewhere, but I'm a bit, what's it with Tunisian? I can do the actual stitch, the knit stitch, just the plain, nothing fancy. But I can never get my tension right. Oh, it's raining. I can hear it. It rained hard last night as well. Oh, embroidered flowers on it. Oh my goodness me. The Romanian girls and the Russian girls do some fantastic crocheting, don't they? Oh, knitting as well. So, some of it's so fine. Gee. Yeah, you'd have to go. Have a day trip out, won't you, Ruthie? That's what we're going to do. Have a day trip out one time to Lolly's little. I mean, it's all right shopping online, isn't it? But it's better still if you can actually go, like, and feel and touch the yarn. I mean, I've bought yarn off ice. Mostly, it's been okay, but sometimes it's been absolutely horrible, and it's been really scratchy and yeah. Like that white yarn I got off Lolly's. I got black and silver and black and red, and they feel okay. But that white, honestly, it's just going to have to be dishcloths or something. The chain yarn, it's quite thick. It makes up lovely and it crochets up lovely, but it is quite thick. It's sort of an Aran to a chunky, the chain cakes. Yeah, I I I love shopping online, but it is a bit hit and miss, isn't it? Yeah, but when you're like me and you don't live anywhere near a yarn shop, you just have to hope for the best. That's why we're going to try and get across to Lolly's little wool shack at some stage or another. I mean, I love having local yarn shops, but the ones that we had, they were just tiny ones and they charged more than full price, if you know what I mean. So everything they had was expensive. And that's another thing, really. When I make things to sell, I have to be so thoughtful of how much I spend on the. No, I don't know. I'm out of the loop. They usually have notifications like on Ravelry, don't they? Oh, or sometimes on Facebook. Yeah, you're lucky. None of our supermarkets carry any yarn. It's only like Poundland and Pound Stretcher, but they're nowhere near me. My Aldi doesn't have a yarn at all. Where'd you get all these skeins for $1 each? I mean, I envy you when you get all your kind of yarn so cheap over there. Oh, oh goodness of me, I'm so rude. Yarning away. You're Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and Walmart. $1. Yeah. Mind you, I would spend way too much, wouldn't I, if any of my supermarkets stock yarn? Can you imagine? You know what my stock room's like. Did you buy the whole store out, Nerdy Stitcher? She said, right, that's it now, having the whole thing. If I found cakes for $1 or something, I'd be up to my limit on my credit card. I'd be like, whoa. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh. My credit card is only for emergency use, but I think I would have to break my ruling if I saw cakes for $1. That would be an emergency. I would have um, to do that. It's raining really hard here. I know, likey. I would be doing more than blowing my last dollar. I'd be blowing everybody else's. I'd be saying, "What have you got in your purse? Can I borrow it?" It's funny, isn't it? We're in the US and we can't get in the the UK. We can't get like red heart, and everybody in the US is going, "Ooh, red heart, it's terrible." Well, because we can't get it over here, we're like, "Oh wow, that's nice." We get double knit and we get Aran. We don't get anything in between. I hope I'm not making you yarn. You're jealous of the UK yarns. In what way? No, but it's just that little bit thicker. So to me, like for example, it's a sturdy yarn and it makes certain projects are really really good with the red heart. Um, but our yarn is a lot more floppy. Oh, oh, I wish I could stop yarning. No, I mean we have things like like the bonus yarns, but they're very very thin and very floppy. They're all right for garments and things, but for a blanket, they're really not strong enough, if you know what I mean. I'm going to have to stop yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. I've got quite a lot of sort of cakes in different. I think I've got two in mandala that Zelda sent me, but the rest of them are ice. Or I did get some from Aldi, but I had to send away for it because there wasn't any. It's 10:30, but I'm just so. I get the yawns. It isn't particularly because I'm tired. I just get the yawns. You see, I like Karen Simply Soft, and when I get up my hands on it, but like loads of other people don't seem to like that, and I don't know why. Because I thought it was quite nice. Yes, I'm still rebellious. Yeah. Somebody tells me to do something, I don't do it. This is why I can't diet because I get sick of people saying you should diet, you should do this, you should do that, and I'm like, no. And deep down, I'm thinking, I wish I could lose weight. Yeah, I like the Simply Soft. So does Sue. Sue likes Simply Soft as well. Oh, we stop it, Joe. Once I get the yawns, that's it. I start yawning, yawning, yawning. I'm not tired. If I went to bed, I wouldn't get to sleep. Yeah, die. You're right there. I'm just rebellious because my ex-husband was constantly on at me about my weight. And I was half the size when I was married to him that I am now. If I was this size when I was married to him, I could understand him going on about my weight, but I wasn't. I weighed a good half as much as I do now. And he used to nag at me all the time. Should he be eating that? Should he be having that? Should be, really gets me down. So when people say, oh, he made remarks too, yes. Mine would wait until I was coming downstairs, all dressed up, ready to go out with him. And then he would say things like, are you wearing that? And I say, why? What's wrong? Might look okay if you're about a stone lighter. It's supposed to wrinkle and crinkle at the back like it does. Yeah, believe it or not, I was once anorexic because of all of that. And I was like a walking skeleton. I looked dreadful. But he thought I looked great. And honest to God, it was. It was awful. I was so skinny. I've never made a Linus show, would you believe? Terrible, aren't I? Yes. Mine was a Jekyll and Hyde character that everybody thought he was absolutely gorgeous and wonderful because he was so nice out in public. People used to compliment me and say, oh, you have such a wonderful husband there. It must be really nice to have such an attentive husband. Yes, when we get home. So eventually I decided I'd had enough. You had one of those as well, did you? Yeah. I think they're being smart, don't they? I am the Lord of the Manor. Yeah, we're definitely fluffy. I wouldn't mind, but the woman he ran off with, well, when he didn't run off with her, I threw him out to run off with her, is as big as I used to be, or bigger than I used to be. I thought he would have gone for somebody really skinny, but no. And she looks kind of similar to me that people think we're sisters. So what does that say about it all? Yeah, it is controlling. What am I working on? It's the top. Um, no, my ex-husband went off with a woman he went off with, if you know what I mean. He's still with her. Good luck to him. That's all I can say. That's what I'm making. Hope you can see it or not. We've not been together for more than I was married to him, actually. We've not been together. No, I never got married again. I did go out with a guy for 9 years, but didn't work out. He turned out to be very similar in the ladies' department than my ex was. So he had to go. Oh, I thought I'm not going through all this again. I always seem to attract Casanovas. I don't know why I fall for the bad boys, but I suppose the good boys were always a bit boring. I always went for the open top sports car kind and no, this is acrylic I'm using at the moment. That one's cotton behind me. Yeah, I used to go out with the motorbikers and the open top sports car lads, and don't get me wrong, I've been out with a couple of millionaires. Why the heck I finished up with my husband, I don't know. I could have been living it up in luxury somewhere. But they weren't for me. I don't have a temporary fling anymore unless it's with a crochet hook. Oh dear, that's getting bad, isn't it, Brittany? Yeah. I hate it when they come for a weekend and won't go home. You're like dropping all the hints, like, well, isn't it time you went? No, yes. Then they say, well, I'll see you next weekend. And you're like, no. Yes. My nine year relationship was with a guy that was 13 years younger than me, and it was a lot of fun, an awful lot of fun. No, I've not bothered with any fellas or women or anybody for 12, 13 years now. And I'm quite happy. Well, this year would be my golden wedding if I was still married. So on August the 10th, it would be my golden wedding. Thankfully, I'm out of it. Didn't even get to my silver. I did 22 years, I think I did. But I was legally married to him for 33 years because I didn't bother getting a divorce. It was one way of stopping me from marrying anybody else because I legally couldn't. So it stopped me having a headlong rush to marriage because I would have had to wait till I got a divorce anyway. And hopefully by then I would have come to my senses and not bothered getting married. I'm quite happy. Yeah. My mum and dad did almost 60 years, I think, when a marriage before my dad died. Yeah. I just, I just can't even think about still being married. You know, oh, you're going to Tarby Lobby? Well, leave all your money at home and leave your credit card at home. Yeah, I know you get less. I used to think that when I was in one of my murderous moods. That is worse than having to check in with somebody. I could never get married again because of that. Having to tell somebody where I was going and having to tell somebody to justify what I'm spending on yarn and why the back bedroom's full of it. And no, I'm too independent. I mean, I've been on my own now for, wait a minute, 22 years. I was married to him, so that was 68, 88, it'll be 1990 when we parted. So what, it's 2018 now. So I think that's more years we've been separated than what we're married. Sure it is. I'm not very good at maths. Let me think. Let me get my pencil and I'll work it up. Hi, long day. I'm trying to work it out now. 68 and 22. Yeah, 1990 we must have got separated. 18. Yeah, I've been on my own for 28 years. It took me ages to work that out. Yeah, 28 years I've been on my own. So that's longer than when I was married. I was married for 22 I'm separated for 28 now. Hey, do I get a? If I get to me silver wedding, oh, I've gone past it, haven't I? Gone past my single wedding, my singledom. Oh dear. Gosh, you're younger than my son, Ruthie. Always seems like a good idea to me to toss something in the crock pot, but it never turns out as nice as what I think it's going to turn out like. It never seems as tasty when it comes out of my crock pot. I don't know what I do to it, but I must do something to it. I'm not very much of good of a cook. I wish I was, but I'm not. And I've got no intentions of starting now because I can't stand up to cut everything up. They gave me a little chair to sit on, but I haven't got anywhere to put my knees under. You were born in the 70s. Oh, blimey. I was born in the 40s. We were just talking about that on Friday, me and Sue, that I'm an old soul. I used to be with my aunts and my grandma an awful lot when I was little. And one of my aunts used to love the music hall. So she used to sing to me all these really old songs, from the music hall. And 1974, I can't remember. I'm bad on dates. My son would have been 6. No, he would have been 10. 1979. Can't remember. It's all a blur, thankfully. You were born in 77, blimey. I'm the old crow amongst the bunch then. I will be 73 in November. Isn't that awful? Oh, you're just a chicken, Deb. I'm 9 years older than you. Oh, you were born in 63. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you were 63. No, I was born in 1945. Whoopie-doo. Just at the end of the war. Oh, you are 63, right? I thought for a moment, and I thought I insulted you were born in 90. Your dad was born 39. My brother was born 39. No, it wasn't. It was 35. 35 he was born. I was born just after World War II ended. It was, I think the war ended about sometime in the middle of the year, and I was born in November. You're just an old hippie, so am I, yeah. I was sort of like a pseudo hippie when I was in my teens and 20s because I didn't do the whole hippie scene. There wasn't any of this marijuana, jazz, and all of that, the drugs and that. I was just like a wannabe hippie. I just wore the clothes. That was my idea of being a hippie. I used to listen to all the hippie music, yeah. I'm working on a top at the moment, a sleeveless top. Yeah, end of April. That was probably when I was created, wouldn't it be? Because I was born in November. Hmm. I never did, you see, Nerdy Stitcher. I was a goody two shoes, yeah. I was just I think I was too scared to do anything like drugs and stuff. A lot of my friends did, but I don't mean hard drugs. A lot of them just did the marijuana, but I never did. Oh, my mother was straight laced, so she definitely wasn't a hippie or any description. My mother was older when she had me, so she was about 40, I think, when she had me. So, she was like an older mum. And no, I've never, well, I can't say I've never smoked. You always try it out when you're in your teenager, don't you? But it wasn't for me. Um, I don't drink very much. I just have an odd drink here and there. And it is an odd drink. I mean, just one drink. I can't say I don't gamble because I do the lottery, so that's really like gambling, isn't it? But I don't do any other gambling. I don't go to bingo or anything like that. No, I tried stitching, smoking, and I just made such a fool of myself. All my eye makeup was running down my face, and I was coughing and coughing, and everybody was laughing at me. So I decided there and then that smoking wasn't for me. Oh, you never drank coffee? Now, you see, I never drank any alcohol apart from at Christmas. I would have a little baby sham or I would have a snowball. I didn't really drink alcohol until after I was a mother, really. I think he drove me to it. I used to drink tea until I became pregnant and then I couldn't touch it. And I've never drunk tea since. Oh, kids drive you witless. It's funny, I never drank alcohol at all and it was give me a rum. You're tired. Did I make you tired with all the yawning? See now I've picked up now. I'm not yawning now. Yeah, my mum had me. I think she was about 40 when she had me. Oh, your kids make you tired. Oh, the Grand National. When is that? Oh, you ever go when it's Grand National? I don't. Oh, I remember once the girls I worked with wanted to have horses on the Grand National. They made me go in the bookies. Oh, I didn't know what to do. Oh, I've never been in the bookies in my life. I felt such a fool. They send you on to each way, and I'm like, each way where? What do you mean? Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I like fizzy water though. No, I must admit I have to have coffee in the morning. And I like orange juice as well in the morning. I don't often drink it during the day, except last Saturday I had some. Oh, oh, you got to get some sleep, have you, Ruthie? That's an early night, isn't it? You're not working tomorrow, are you? I think I'm going to have a lie-in tomorrow. I probably won't, but yeah, bye, Ruthie. Well, I've done 4 rows anyway. Yeah. I'm doing well because I changed to a hook with a bamboo handle for this garment. I've not used it before. Oh dear. I scratched my nose with my fingernail and it's so sore just at the edge there. No, I wasn't picking my nose, in case you're wondering. I just scratched the edge of it and hurt it. Oh, the clover armour, yeah. I use different hooks for different yarns. You know, I don't use one particular hook for everything. I tend to try, you know, if I'm using like a 4mm, like I'm using here, I think you call it a G. I tried all of my G hooks before I finished up with this one, because this one was the best that was working on this yarn. For cotton, I can use a different one. I think I used a plastic one on the cotton, whereas the acrylic works better with the metal. I've got several vintage hooks. I've got a lot from when I used to have them at the shop, and then I got my mum's when mum passed away. I inherited my mum's hooks. I couldn't get. Oh, let me just sit a bit further back on my chair. I can't get on with her knitting needles because she knitted on very short needles, so I didn't inherit those. I gave those away, but I kept all her. I've got a case with some really, really old hooks in. They don't have any numbers on them or anything, and they look like they're made out of bone, or maybe it's just a kind of a early plastic or something. I don't know what they're made out of, and they're really strange little hooks. And that I gave away the tiny ones. There were some really, really tiny ones, and I gave them away to a guy who does this very, very fine crocheting. I mean, I just got a crochet magazine the other day, and it's got this lurid pink, like a horse, and it's supposed to be a crochet hook sizer, you know. But I don't know how that works because crochet hooks seem to have the same bases, don't they, in just slightly different sizes of hooks. So I don't know how you can size a crochet hook like you can size a knitting needle. Yeah, I don't know what you think about that, but how does that size look different than the other side? Right, I've done my decreases now. Oh, but I mean, do you slide it in with the hook end? You must do, mustn't you? You can't slide it in with the shaft bit, because otherwise, if you slid it in with the shaft bit, they all tend to be the same size. Yeah, I've got some very old steel hooks. Yeah, but I don't use them because they're too thin. I'd need a magnifying glass to see the hook on them. They're that tiny. Oh, my nose is itching. I daren't scratch it because it's sore at the end where I caught it with my fingernail. Oh, yeah, yeah. I used to have the very old steel hooks, but I passed them on to a guy who did all the very, very fine mats and that. So he was saying that, you know, they weren't the same. These hooks that he gets nowadays are not the same as the good old steel hooks. So I said, I've got loads of them at home, I'll give you mine. I'm not likely to be using anything that thin. The hooks were so small, they looked like the kind of thing that you would, um, like darn a tights with, like loop them up. Yeah, I suppose they did with me, but it was a shame that they weren't being used, so I just gave them away. Oh, I've got one of those, but I can't crochet with it. Somebody gave it to me. But the hook's the wrong end for me, because I like a Susan Bates hook, and that's more of a boy hook with the light up on the end. The hook's too blobby for me. I don't like a blobby hook. It's funny how we're all different. My mate likes the big, thick, chunky hooks. Yeah, I suppose so. I never really used it, my light up hook, because I didn't like the way it felt when I was crocheting with it. I mean, I've got some other hooks I've not really used, and yet they're very expensive. I've got a furls one and a tulip hook. And I just forget to use them, to be quite honest. They're in a box somewhere, and I don't use them on an everyday basis. Same with my light up crochet hook. I know what it is, but I could be using it for this, but I haven't. And I don't like swapping hooks through in the middle of doing a garment, because even though they say they're the same size, you can get different tensions with different hooks. I hate it if I lose a hook and I have to use a different hook to finish off with, because my tensions. Yeah, my tiny ones were Millwards as well. Just hoping this pink runs out to the end of the row. Oh, I've got lots of Aero. We used to sell Aero. Aero and Millwards we used to sell. Oh, hi Lydia, you back again? You're back from your groceries. That didn't take you long, did it? Oh, it seems a shame when you have to throw these away. They're really hard cardboard. I might give it to my niece to see if she can put it in the craft box at school. They don't accept toilet rolls for hygiene reasons, but that's not a toilet roll holder. Oh, I don't know what it's going to get. Hi, Lisa. Don't know whether it's going to get to the end of the row. I hate it when it doesn't do that. I hate joining a colour in the middle of a row. Don't know whether anybody else feels that way. I really like to join mine at the edge. But having said that, I'm not going to pull it all back. No, it's going to run out before it gets there. Darn. That is so annoying. I'm going to have to put a knot in it. And I can't do any other kind of join because it's slidey wool. That's what the pink is that I'm using. It's ice. No, I can't do that Russian join and stuff because this is very slidey wool. So it wouldn't even slide, it wouldn't do that. It's not got a name. Oh, yes, it has. Soft pearl, I beg your pardon. Grey coated metal hooks made in England. They could be, if they're old, they would be Aero or Millwards. If they're not so old, they could be Pony. See, it's even got an elastic band around the middle of it to stop it dropping off the ball. Yeah, it's funny we do that, don't we? We crochet faster. This is actually like a flat ribbon. It's not rounded, if you can see it. It's kind of flat. And it's shiny. It's almost like a ribbon. No, all it said on the label was, that's all it says on it is soft pearl. I love the ice yarn, yeah. Most of it, you do get some dodgy ones from time to time. I tend to avoid the ones with lurex in from ice because they tend to be a bit scratchy. So that's why I avoid it, like the plague. Right, I'm going to tie a knot. Very elegant, isn't it? But I'm going to tie a huge knot so I can darn it all in. Because it tends to slide undone, this silky yarn. No, it's getting hooked up on my glasses of all things. Yeah, I didn't have in. I just had 2 balls of it left. I must have made something with it in the past because I wouldn't have bought just 2 balls. I can't remember what I bought with it, but I must have made something with it. I should keep a better record. I should put things on Flickr, but I just don't like to put things on Ravelry anymore because I keep getting asked for the pattern, and if I say I don't have it, it's in my head or it's an antique pattern, and people get so angry with me. So I think, oh, so and so to it. I nearly swore then. But right, Angelina, well, yeah, you're telling everybody Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Yeah. Well, it's raining cats and dogs here as well, Anita. So you're not on your own. Yeah. Yeah, so I must have made something with this pink at some stage or other, but I can't remember what I made. No, I was going to, like I said, going to do it on Flickr. I've got a professional thing on Flickr that I pay for every year and never use. But I get fed up of answering questions like I put on, there's no pattern for it, I made it up. And then they still say, can you write the pattern down? And I'm like, no, because I just said it's in my head. I can't even remember what I did to make myself another one. Once it's gone, and it's been sold, and I can't remember how I made it. Yeah. Yeah, we had our Mother's Day in March sometime or other, I think. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to you, dear. Oh, thank you. I tried to make pretty things, but I have made some clanging errors in the past sometimes. Not everything I make is pretty. But I have been known to unravel things because I don't like the way they turn out. As Kendra would say, good yarn does not belong in bad projects. She's right about that. What on earth is going on here? I never ironed my hair because I never had much hair. My friend did. She had beautiful thick hair. Um, I did try craft markets and fairs, but I never had any success. I think people who sell at these art and craft fairs are people who make the toys, you know, the amigurumis and stuff. Um, I mean, when I went, I was doing baby things, and everybody was like, "Oh, they're so gorgeous," but we don't know anybody who's had a baby, or I wish we'd had these when, you know, my baby was small, or all things like that. But nobody actually bought anything, so I got a bit disheartened with the fairs and that, because you have to pay for your stall, and then you're paying the petrol to get there, and it takes you ages to unload your stuff and set it all up on the stall. And then when you don't sell anything, it's very disheartening. So I gave them all up. So people don't go to a craft fair prepared to buy a crochet top, for example. You know, they don't even go prepared to buy a shawl. They just want something for about £5 or something. There's Buddy barking, so they must have come back now and let him out. I just hope he didn't leave any puddles anywhere, because I didn't get the message about. I don't know when he must have sent it, because I've been in range of my phone all the time. So we'll see. So you did craft fairs as well? Yeah. Unless you're somebody like, as I mentioned here before, Jan Cherry. She does the markets that are very upmarket markets, but she has to pay a heck of a lot for a stall. But she does like this festival tops and, you know, things that are all different colours and very arty, you know. She sells a lot of things there. But her things are unusual and very colourful. And, you know, the things that I would like to make something similar, but I know I wouldn't be able to sell them. I'm not in the right sort of age group or to kind of be able to carry it off to sell them. You know, to the young ones, you'd be like buying something off the granny, you know. But I still, my one thing in life is that I would like to have a little niche in sort of some kind of an arty crafty place where they just maybe take a couple of my shawls and, you know, you see, I can't sell any baby things. Don't know why, I just can't. Um, Maybe I crochet the wrong stuff. Maybe it's not the right colours. I'm just not with it, you see, as far as young babies are concerned. You know, from young mums, because, you know, I'm just not in that frame. If somebody was to say, "Can you make this or can you make that?" then I could, yeah. Or can you do this in navy blue or something? I would. But I just don't know what they want, you know. It's difficult to judge when you're not the right age group of what people actually would want, yeah. Oh gosh, everybody wants something for nothing. I'm sure I've told you this before. People say, "Oh, well, I thought you just crocheted to pass your time," you know. Yes, but I am on a pension, and, you know, it's nice to have that little bit of extra money to buy some more yarn with, which is what I do. I don't get any profit because it all gets ploughed back in, but yeah, yeah, you see what I mean? It's you don't know what people want, do you? I mean, we're having a new baby in our family. Well, my son's family, and but I might make it a blanket, which you can't carp at, but I'm not going to make it anything to wear because I know for a fact that they wouldn't wear it. I made for the last but one baby, a girl, and nothing was warm. My son told me, he said, "Don't waste your breath." He said she didn't put it on the baby, so No, this new baby might get a blanket or something. But that's about it. If she doesn't like it, she can always use it as a car blanket, can't she? Or something like that. I find modern mums are so fussy if it doesn't have a label on it. It doesn't say it's from Gap or something like that. They want everything to be upmarket and stuff. I was just grateful for anything I could get when I had my baby. Somebody said, I've got some second-hand baby clothes. Do you want them? It was like, yes, please, Because babies are not in them 2 seconds, are they, I didn't mind. I had brand new baby grows and things. Oh, you sent me a message on Facebook. I'll look in a minute. I have to come out of this to go and look on Facebook, you see, because I haven't got Facebook up and running. Oh, the pantry crush for your daughter. Do you know that is one thing I need to do? Have you watched Zelda NRJ3? She's made some lovely ponchos, like granny squares and everything. They really are nice. And I keep thinking, I must make one of those. I must. Use the true to. I'm so behind. She's on my subscription list, Crochet Jewel. And I do see odd ones of hers, but I think I need about a year to sit and, just watch all the videos I want to watch. You don't like granny squares? Well, yeah, everybody has their preferences, don't they? I do like them in certain things, yeah. That reminds me, I need to alter my granny square coat. Before I go to Woolfest. Is what nice to work with? The cotton or the pink? Zelda NRJ3. Oh, that's unusual. I've only got one. I've got a round shawl that my mum made for Ian. It was pretty useless, really. Round blankets just don't tuck in prams or anything. They're just strange. I think I'd have had a lot more wear. Oh, you're still looking online? Right, okay. Yeah, Zelda NRJ3. I don't know whether there's any capitals in it. I crochet all my granny squares together. I don't sew them. I crochet them with like an open stitch. Because if you crochet them together too tightly, they don't look nice. Oh, what you uttering about, Nerdy Stitcher? You try again. Oh, right. Zelda NRJ3, yes. If I could leave this, which I don't think I can, I could give you a link, but I don't think I can leave here and do it. You have to just bear with me a minute, see if I can try. Uh-huh. I'm still here, people. There she is. Right, I'll put it on here. Have you got it now? That's what it is. What did I have for dinner? Oh, did I? I don't remember. Oh, I know, it was like mince with potatoes on the top of it. I don't know what they called it. It was one of the ready dinners. Not very thrilling ones, yeah. Yeah, she makes some lovely things, Zelda, and she always keeps saying she can't crochet. Yet she makes some beautiful things. I don't know where she gets it from. I can't crochet. Yeah, I watch her all the time. I watch her all the time, and I watch uh, Kendra from Happenstance Place. She's got a couple of channels, I think. I definitely watch her every day. The reason I watch Kendra every day is she only has short videos, about 10 minutes. And I can sort of watch them while I'm having my breakfast or something like that. I just don't like these that say they're about 45 minutes long. I know mine are. But when I'm doing something, I think, oh, I haven't got 45 minutes. I've only got like 30 minutes or something like that. And especially when they're over an hour, I think, oh, gosh. I'm not much of a knitter, so I don't tend to watch as many knitting, especially the knitted socks. Does she just do knitting though, Lady Stitcher? I tend to only watch the crochet ones. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't knit anymore. I just not into watching knitting videos anymore, really. And although I have knitted socks, I just hate it when my my crochet ladies start knitting socks and go off on one, and I'm like, no. Oh, thank you, Dan. Does anybody watch Kristin live on the beach? I love watching her. Sometimes watching the sharks. Oh yeah, smells like yarn. Just trying to think of his name. Oh, forgotten his Christian name. I used to know it. Yeah, I like watching Kristin because I like watching the waves behind her, and it's not so much what she's doing and what she's. Ross, that's the one. Yeah, I just like watching her sit on the beach and watch the. Sometimes the dolphins come, and it isn't what she's making that I'm interested in. It's just like the. Was he got more than me, Ross? Or is it just better quality than mine? Have you seen that yarn hoarder lady? Don't know what she's called. She's got such a wall full of, and it's all that hand dyed stuff. Oh yeah, that yarn hoarder can outstash me anytime because hers is all that hand dyed beautiful stuff. Yeah, well, I've been collecting it a lot longer than Ross has, haven't I? I mean, I was finding ribbon from out of the garage yesterday to sew in that top that I finished the other day. It's finally got its ribbon in. And I was thinking to myself, I thought, I brought this ribbon from the shop. That's how long I've had that ribbon. Whose long drawn one's mine? I can't watch Mikey. I don't know. I used to be able to. I don't know why he suddenly irritates me now. He never used to when he first started. But I don't like his camp style, you know. I just wish he'd just stick to. Yeah, he speaks all sort of namby-pamby, don't he? And it drives me nutty. I don't know whether he still is. He used to be with Red Heart, and then he went with somebody else. And yeah, the Yarn Hoarder podcasts are very long. Yeah, I don't like the way he makes sexual innuendos about him and Diva Dan. I mean, I don't care that he's gay. It doesn't worry me in the slightest, but I just wish he'd downplay it a bit and not act so camp. That's what upsets me when he does all this. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's always making suggestions. Well, I don't know who those are. Big Toad? No, don't know. The only two I know that whether they're sisters are mother and daughter. Are them who make those amigurumi things, those cats and turtles and things. I don't know what they're called. Oh yeah. I mean, Zelda went on one of his cruises, you know, those crochet cruises, and she said she was. I mean, she's very, very broad-minded. If you know Zelda, you know she is. But she was taken aback by some of his crudeness, you know, his jokes and that. Yeah, exactly. I don't care if he's gay. I don't care what he is. I just don't want him making jokes and stuff like that when he's talking to people. It's just you might think he's amusing, but I just think it's crass. And that's why I can't watch him anymore. It's not that he's not a good crocheter or whatever. It's just that he just gets on my nerves. Yeah, exactly. You know, Mikey is part of the crochet crowd, as you know. He used to be just Mikey at one time, didn't he? But I think he comes under the head of the crochet crowd now. He's from Canada. The crafty toad, no. Oh no, Mikey's videos are good. The topic is good, but I don't like him. I've just started watching The Secret Yarnery. I'm way behind. I've only just started watching her. I find her interesting because she does bits about where she lives in South Africa, doesn't she? As well as she went into a craft shop the other week and it looked really nice. You found a new Bistitchual channel. As long as it's not too much knitting, I'll watch it. Yeah, I like watching when she goes in these craft shops and things like that and shows everything, what she's doing and stuff. Then the other week she went to a bit of a safari park, I think. I like things like that. I used to watch an English woman, and I can't remember what her name was. And she used to take you along in the car with her when she was going to work and do different things like that. She used to crochet and knit, and she used to make little ornaments and stuff. She used to do face painting. I can't think of her name now. I'm subscribed to her, so she can't have made many videos. And then that lady who lives in Cyprus hasn't made any videos for a long, long time. The one who crochets shawls. Pugh, she's called. Lorraine Pugh, the one who lives in Cyprus. She's not been on for months now. You often wonder why they just sort of drop off the face of the earth. You think, are they ill? What's happened? Yeah. Oh, I agree. Not Enough Yarn is quite a good title and a lovely yarn. I'm way behind. I'm still trying to catch up with that lady who's got no catchy name or something. Still trying to catch up with her. Yeah, you don't know what's happened with Lorraine. You know, could be her mum's ill, could be her that's ill. You never know. It's just like she hasn't really posted on Ravelry because I went and had a look because she used to always be into all these crochet alongs and knit alongs and things. Yeah, I don't know where people get all these free books and free yarns and stuff from. Nobody ever. Oh, I say I'm wrong. Hobium did send me a lovely box to open up, but nobody ever says, "Oh, here you are. Would you like to open up a knit crate or would you like to open up something else on camera?" Nope. Nobody sends me anything. Everything I show you, I've bought myself, unless it's a gift from somebody, of course. Yeah, I like people who manage to sort of just sling all colours together, and it looks fantastic. And I know well if I was to just go and sling some colours together, it would look horrific, you know. And they say, "Oh, it's just a scrappy blanket," and all the colours like match and coordinate, and they look fantastic, you know. And I'm thinking, yeah, if I did that, mine would be like a mishmash. A lot of people are very clever. Clown bath. Not heard of that one. I'm not with it at all, I tell you. Another thing I'd like to try, but I cannot get the hang of, is like this freeform crochet, where you just sort of set off and it finishes, it turns up into something. Oh, right. I understand. Oh, I keep putting an extra stitch in this damn thing. To go back now. Can't bear it when it's got something wrong with it. It's only one stitch, but it's just annoyed me. It's got to go back. I mean, I could jiggly poke if it was from me. Hi, Diana. But when it's for somebody else, you can't do that. There's the extra one. At least it was only one row behind, not several rows down. Certain things I managed to get through them without having to pull back anything. And then other things that, and I wouldn't mind, but I seem to make the same mistakes. I go back and pull it back and start again, and then it's like I make the same mistake again. Oh, you do it as well, do you, Anita? Yeah. Have you ever pulled rows back because they're wrong, and then when you've took it all back to the beginning, you find out it wasn't wrong in the first place? And you've taken the whole row back for nothing. You're having fish sticks. We call them fish fingers here. I don't know why, because fish don't have fingers, but you watch Who Live, Anita? Oh, Kristen, I'm down here. I just like watching her sitting on the beach. I don't know what she's talking about half the time because I'm not listening. I'm just watching the waves behind her. I just love the beach. I love sitting there, listening to the waves crashing and like the smell of the ocean. I could sit there all day. It depends if it's for me and I can fudge it around, but if it's for somebody else or if it's for the shop, then I won't put it on with a mistake. Yeah, she is a little. I wonder who she has crocheting for her though. She can't possibly um, do all that crocheting and do what she does and take her son to tennis and everything like that. Oh, you're going to be staying in Whitstable in Kent by the beach. Well, I do hope the weather's nice. Oh, you got to go to the garage box. I didn't know a garage had one. Didn't know it had any. Oh, dear. When it gets this time of night and it gets wet and windy out there, there's no way except an absolute dire emergency would get me out this front door. If I've arranged to go out in the evening and it's raining, oh yes, she's expensive for most people, I think, Kristen is. She's got some lovely yarn. I like the latest one. It's all kind of shiny, isn't it? And very pretty. But as you say, very expensive. A lot of hand dyed is too expensive for me, so it's not just Kristen's. I mean, I'm going to this wool fest and I'm looking forward to going, but I probably won't be buying much at all because it will all be a bit expensive for me. I'll probably come back with one skein or something. All this Miss Babs and stuff like that are like $30 a skein, and no way. I don't make anything that takes one skein. I mean, if I made something that was two skeins and it was $60 plus the postage plus whatever, then I have to make it up and then I have to post it off to somebody. You're thinking you're running up to like about $150, and who wants to pay that for just a little simple top? Oh yeah, to each his own. I'm not knocking anybody who can afford it and wants to buy it. Not knocking it at all. Can you not go to anything nearer? What about the other ones that are down south? I'd like to go to Ali Pali one day. And I'd love to go to the Edinburgh Festival. I mean, that's ages away from me, but your son called how dare he? Oh dear. No, I'd love to go to the Edinburgh one just to go back. Oh gosh. What would kill me if I made a shawl like out of Miss Babs and I gave it somebody and they put it in the washing machine? You know, that would really kill me. What on earth is going on here? I'm only doing a pattern which is like a shell stitch. I mean, I was right before. Oh, there I went wrong. This will have to be the back. Oh, that's awful. $2. I know I had a customer when I was at the shop. She made this fantastic baby shawl and it was a very, very fine yarn. And she knitted it all and it was beautiful. But because she'd never made anything before, she didn't know what to charge and she just said to this woman, "Oh, just give me what you think." She bought her a box of chocolates. I mean, thanks a lot. Mm. That's why I won't do anything for anybody's baby unless they specifically ask me to. I don't do. I used to always make things for babies, but now I don't because they're just not appreciated. Yeah, you make somebody something and then you find it in the charity shop local round the corner from you for sale, like you said, for about £2. Yeah, you don't even have the common decency to take it to another charity shop not in my area. Hi, Jeanette. This is driving me bonkers. Yeah. Well, I made lots of things for my step granddaughter, and she never put any of them on the baby. So my son said, "Don't make her anything else. She's ungrateful." So I didn't. Oh, they like things with labels in them, don't they? They'll pay £25 for a basic little cardigan because it's got Gap written in the back of it. Yeah, you get other girls, and I've known them that really, really appreciate hand knitted things. They're such a joy to knit for or crochet for. Yeah, I know what you mean, Lydia. Yeah. I don't make anything unless friends specifically ask me for something. I no longer make surprise things like that. Yeah, I love seeing babies in handmade things, especially the very fine knitted things, like for a brand new. I'm not saying when they get older, I'm talking about the brand new babies when they're in little fine hand knitted cardigans that Granny's made, and they're so pretty. I don't mean big chunky things, but they're very, very fine, like 3, 4 ply fingering. And they're wearing those when they're very, very tiny, and I think they look so nice. But it's not the fashion, is it now? We'd rather put them in giraffe baby grows and things. But I'm like shocked at, like the knitted and crochet garments that these modern mums put their babies in. They've paid what? Anything, 20, £30 for a cardigan. And you're thinking, my God, there's no yarn in that at all. There's about one ball of yarn, because it says Gap on the back there, you love it. Yeah. Well, I only had a boy, so he didn't have knitted pants or anything, but he always had knitted sweaters and knitted cardigans on. But they last so much longer when they're handmade. I mean, when babies are squirming and wiggling about, and you have to sort of try to bend cardigans around their little arms and that. Bought ones just rip at the seams, but hand knitted ones just sort of stretch, don't they, while you're trying to get them over their little hands and things. Yeah, I think if I had a granddaughter and I looked after her, I think she would have clothes for here and clothes for home. You tell him 65. I was just talking to my to Sue the other day. When I was very, very young, I used to knit baby double knitting patterns, or baby quicker knit patterns as they were in the day, and knit them on smaller needles and thinner wool to fit my doll. And when you think about it, a lot of people can't make things bigger or smaller. They've got to only make the things as they are. But even as a small child, I was already worked out that if you did a baby jumper in smaller wool and smaller needles, it would come the right size for my dolly. You know, my son went through the period of he wanted handmade sweaters until he was in his teens, because a lot of the boy bands at that time, I mean, one of the boy bands used to wear Aran sweaters all the time. I can't remember who they were now. And I think it was Haircut 100 or something. They wore these Aran sweaters all the time. And I remember my mum made one for him and one for his best friend. And, lots of people used to stop him and say, "Oh, who made your sweaters? They're gorgeous." Um, I even tried selling my baby things on, the sites that sell for these reborn dolls, but they're so picky. It's like they don't want this and they don't want that because they're showing the body bits off. They don't want them showing around the neck. So you can't really knit a baby cardigan. You've got to knit one that's specifically for these dolls. Yeah, yeah. The Haircut 100 band. Yeah, they had it. These Aran sweaters. Arian lived in his. Yeah, my mum made them for him. I used to have Aran cardigans my auntie made for me. Yeah, but they're so fussy, Diana. They want them up here at the neck so they don't show any of the. They want their babies to look real, and if you're showing any of their joints and their arms and joints on the legs, they don't like it. So you can't make a baby outfit because it would be too big around the neck, if you know what I'm saying. You'd have to crochet them to the doll. As soon as I can't afford one of them. Yeah, well, my son's 40. Ah, that was a load of whatnot, wasn't it, Lisa? How can you ask a newborn baby permission to change its nappy? Good over. So silly that. I must admit, I always feel a bit strange when I have to change someone else's baby. Um, that's not a family baby, if you know what I mean. That always makes me feel as though I'm not violating the baby, but you know what I mean. as though I shouldn't be doing it because it's not my baby. But asking your own baby permission to change it, that's ridiculous, isn't it? How can you? A 2-week-old baby doesn't know. All it knows is it's wet or it's dirty and it wants its nappy changing. I think she was a bit of a crackpot, that woman. Yeah, I know. They're not allowed to do a lot of things anymore. What are you supposed to do? Take it to the nearest, I nearly said the nearest vet, the nearest accident and emergency, just so they can have a plaster on it? Or are you supposed to hand the plaster to the child and tell it to put it on itself, but it's not cleaned it properly or anything like that? You know, this, whatever they call it, it's gone too far. You can't ask your baby's consent. You might say to a 2-year-old or an 18-month-old when they understand you, I need to change your nappy, but you wouldn't ask a 2-week-old baby. That's just silly. It's like schools now, they're not allowed to give kids medication and stuff anymore now. They're not allowed to touch children to put sun cream on them and all this baloney. So what, they'd rather they got sunburned, would they? It's a violation of the rights if you put sun cream on them. Yeah. What you got to say to your mum? The mothers, well, they might be going out at playtime, so can you all come back from work and put sun cream on your child, please? Get real. What about handicapped children? Handicapped children don't understand. Oh, you're late, are you, April? Right, okay. We'll let you off just this once, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. The world's gone crackers, hasn't it? So they have to bleed all down the leg to the roof without, you can't put a plaster on them or anything. The world's gone mad. Is it just me? But in my day and age, nobody had any allergies to anything. I cannot remember anybody having a peanut allergy when I was a child. Oh, the world's gone absolutely balmy. Absolutely. You're not allowed to cuddle kids when they fall over and they're screaming their eyeballs out. And all they want is a little cuddle, don't they? Oh, tell it to F off, nerdy. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't bring up my child in that kind of era. I was allowed to give him a smack when I was when he was growing up, and it never did him any harm. And I don't mean hit him hard. I mean just a little slap when he was doing something naughty. I think the world would be a lot better place if somebody had little slaps when they were babies. All this not touching him. I mean, yes, we know you shouldn't beat a child, but we know you shouldn't knock it to bits or anything like that. But a little tiny slap when they're being misbehaving works wonders. And now you're not allowed to do that anymore now. When it's your own kid. And yet when you see people out in public and they do give the kids a whack, there's nobody there doing anything. No, the baby doesn't care for itself. my mum and dad smacked me, but I mean, they didn't beat me up. It was just a swift crack, like on your leg or something. Just brought you up sharp, didn't it? Because you didn't like it and it hurt. I mean, I used to smack him when he was little. And then when he grew older, I used to say, don't do that anymore because I will hit you and you know that I will smack you. And then he'd go, sorry. So I don't think I actually smacked him after that because he knew I wasn't kidding. He knew that if he did it again or he went too far, he would get a smack. Yeah. Yeah, some mums do go too far. But I don't think a little gentle slap. I mean, it's like when I got the cane at school. I only ever got it once and I was mortified because in my little mind, I didn't think I deserved it for a start off. But I'd Joyce, I didn't do that again. I never did it again. Yeah. Israel won what, Enid? Yeah, my mum used to say that. She said, what are you crying for? I said, I don't know. And she said, well, in that case, Euro. Oh, that Eurovision Song Contest. I stopped watching that years ago. I used to be cringing. Some of them were so cringeworthy, weren't they? It was like, I can't watch it. It's painful. Yeah, man. I used to have a fair few slaps when I was little, but having said that, I have a feeling I deserved them. Don't quite remember the exact circumstances, but you only saw the results. I thought you were being brave, Edith, watching all of that. No doubt we'll hear it all tomorrow. Yeah, quit whining, yeah. You just get lots of. But I mean, if you did something wrong, the policeman used to give you a quick whack around the back of your head. And you didn't dare go home and say a policeman. That somebody had hit them, a policeman had hit you. Because you'd get another one then. Because my mum used to say, well, you must have been doing something. Well, that should be fun. That's when they start getting a bit cheeky, when they start getting into school. Yeah. Where are you going now? Good night, Leo. Is it Leo? Not sure how you pronounce that. Yeah, a lot of children are a bit too good with their mouths these days. I hate it when a little tiny one swears and the mother doesn't bat an eyelid. Watched a video the other day on YouTube about this guy manager had asked this woman to leave the shop because her kid was causing mayhem. And this little kid's being so cheeky and swearing at this bloke and kicking at him. And he says, and she going, why are you banning us? And he's saying, it's right in front of you. You know, why I'm banning you. What, you letting her do that? Because she kicked her as well. What time is it here? It is midnight. Well, almost midnight. A few minutes before midnight. Oh, yeah, if I spoke to my parents, I wouldn't be here. It's all this, you're not allowed to touch me. Like, right, to the teachers. Will I have a midnight snack? I don't think so tonight. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Gosh, yeah. You're doing a little swearing, are you? Why are you swearing? You're not watching that Eurovision again, are you? Did I start later today? No, I started at 9 o'clock. I started 2 hours and 55 minutes ago. Yeah, but they're not brought up, are they, to have respect? You're using a long handled brush, are you? Right, okay. I dread to think what you're using a long handled brush for. My mother used to use a hairbrush on the back of my head, which will be child abuse. But I'm still here. And I probably have a lot more respect than a lot of the kids do today. You knew you'd gone too far. Yeah, I used to smack Harry when he was very little. But then I didn't really have to because I used to threaten him. And oh, you can't move the drawers or reach underneath. Well, you shouldn't be doing that at midnight, Enid. Or the copper stick from doing the washing. My gran had a belt hanging up on the inside of the cupboard. And she always used to say, get the belt down. You've got to be naughty, get the belt down. But I mean, we never got hit with the belt. It was just the threat of it, you know. Oh, Grandma's going to get the belt down. I don't remember her ever getting the belt down, let alone hitting me. She never did that. I used to get upset when she said, you're a wicked little girl, you're wicked. Yeah. Oh, they do. I pulled a girl up once in the middle of the precinct. She was shouting at a little girl and she was calling her a cunt. And I said, that's not very nice. To say that in front of your little girl. And she rounded up on me then saying, what's it got to do with you? Keep your nose out and all this jazz. And I thought, this is just, you know, she was yanking it. And she was yanking around by her arm. And I thought that child's, going to get its shoulder out of its socket if she doesn't stop lifting it up like that. She was lifting it up like it was a monkey, like just dragging it upwards with its shoulders. I mean, it was too young. Baby's arms are not set properly at that age. They're still soft, the bones. Yeah. My little boy came home from school one day, he would be about 3, and he said the F word, yeah. And I just said, no, you don't use that word in here. And he said, well, Ricky does. And I said, well, I don't care what Ricky does. You know, you're not saying it in here. I told Ricky's mum, and she said, oh, no, we don't say that. You must have picked it up from your boy. I said, no, he certainly did not. We do not swear in front of our child. I mean, my son's 49 now, and if he lets a swear word out and he knows I've heard him, he goes, oh, sorry, Mum, sorry, sorry. You know, even at 49, he knows better than to swear in front of me. I will say that for his dad, though. I mean, of all things he might have been his dad, he didn't swear in front of the child. So, he never used bad language around the child at all. So, he never heard swear words in our house. So he obviously heard them outside or wherever. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't swear much. Anyway, it has to be something that gets me really, really riled. And but if I'd have sworn from my mother, she'd have gone potty. I never heard my mother swear at all, ever. Never heard her say a word like that. Don't think I ever heard my dad swear, really. Occasional damn it, bloody when he hit his thumb or something with a hammer. But that's about it. Okay, Jean. Yeah, it's almost bedtime for me too. So good night and have a good sleep. Because that's where I'll be headed in shortly. Because I'm getting very tired for some strange reason. Going to yawn again. Ooh. Oh dear. Well, I've done 3 hours, so I've not shortchanged too much tonight. If I go to bed now. Oh dear. Yeah, Vector. Yeah, and my mum's not here, but I mean, if I ever do swear, yeah. I mean, language doesn't offend me in the right circumstances, but I hate it when they say every other word like there's no other adjectives. When it's an F in this, an F in that, an F in the other. I feel like say another word instead. It's just boring when they do it like that all the time. I don't mind if it's one word or two slips in the conversation now and again, but not when it's every other word. It's too much. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Lisa. I think I've enjoyed it when I was awake. I'm just going slowly. I can feel myself talking a load of rubbish because I'm going more and more tired. Do you ever have conversations when you're half asleep and um, you don't know what you're saying? Yeah. The Wool Fest is the 22nd and the 23rd of June. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to enjoy it. I won't buy much because it's not my kind of yarn. And no, it's June, 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 June. I'm hoping to see Claire. Bob Wilson 123. Hoping to see her. Yeah, Zoe's staying up there. I don't think she's staying for 3 days, but she's going up there. But she's only going into the show for one day on the Friday. But she will be around on the Saturday morning if anybody who's gone Saturday wants to meet her. It's just that she won't be actually in the because I've not paid for 2 days tickets. So I think Christina and Kelly. No, I don't have anything in mind to purchase because I can't wear wool myself. I'm allergic to it. And the pretty as the yarn is, I don't think I could justify buying it and then having to pass on the cost to somebody to buy. The beautiful wool doesn't really show up on a photo. You have to kind of be there to see it. So if I knit something, even if it's just a small shawl, and I've paid £30 for the yarn, people are not going to pay even £40 for the little shawl or little scarf. So I probably won't buy much at all. The last time I went, I bought an ice cream. That's what I've got for tomorrow, some chicken drumsticks. Or are they chicken thighs? I can't remember. But I'll put mine in the slow cooker. I just got the drumsticks today. They were on offer. Not the drumsticks, the thighs. They were on offer in Tesco, so you have to save the pennies, don't you, somehow? So you have to get things on offer. I never go in with a meal plan. I never go in with the recipes. I just go and see what's on offer and see. Yeah, I do sometimes cook them in the oven, yeah. But if I get up early enough, I tend to put them in a sauce and put them in the slow cooker. So it doesn't matter when I eat them then because they're already done. Then I just do some instant rice or something. Well, rice doesn't take 5 minutes really to cook some rice. So there'll be my dinners for tomorrow and Monday. And it was a special offer price of, I think it was about £3 for, I think there's 8 of these little chicken thighs. I try to be frugal, but it doesn't, I mean, every week I go shopping, I try to cut back and not have this and not have that. And yet I always come out of the shop with like the same amount of money I spent, and I just don't know where it all goes. I mean, we do go down to Aldi sometimes, but Aldi doesn't have such nice things. Some of the things are okay at Aldi, but some of the things are not very clever. I wish I was more frugal than I am. Oh, I wish I had a tightwad thing. My problem with me is that I've never come down, if you know what I'm saying, from when I was working to when I'm retired. I still think I can eat and do exactly the same things as I did before. And of course it doesn't work, does it? But my brain still thinks it should do. My brain still wants to eat what it used to eat before. And yeah, I don't eat as much beef or anything like that I used to. Yeah, I look for the things that are on offer because they're that day and see if they'll freeze. And if they freeze, I buy them and bring them home, put them in the freezer. But a lot of the things that were fresh and it says were not suitable for freezing, so. I eat a lot less than I used to, but my problem is I still eat the wrong things. It's not the actual. People think when you're fat, like me, that you pile your plate high and have masses and masses of dinner. And we don't, it's just that I'll hold my hand up. I eat the wrong stuff. So you don't need to eat big quantities if you're eating the wrong stuff. You can only eat little platefuls, but then you're still piling on the calories because you're just eating it wrong, which is what I am guilty of. I hold my hand up. I'm not one of these people who say, oh, I don't eat anything. I don't know why I'm so big because I don't eat hardly anything. It's not what you hardly eat. It's what's the calories that are in what you're hardly eating. Oh my goodness. 25 miserable, but I couldn't do without my bacon. Yeah. I only eat bacon once a week, usually, maybe Sunday morning. Yeah, I'm a diabetic, but I'm supposed to have 3 meals a day. And I used to miss lunch out because I used to have a late breakfast and then I used to go all the way through till dinner time at night. And I used to get told off all the time by my diabetic nurse or diabetes nurse. So I will eat salads and things in the summer. In fact, I've got 2 salads in the fridge now. Well, thank you, Belinda. But I can't eat salads in the winter. I do try to make homemade soups and that in the winter, but you get a bit bored with them, don't you? It's funny we've never got told that E. coli with off the romaine lettuce. It's still off the shelf. Not that I buy it, I don't buy it anyway, but it's still on our shelf, so I don't know. Where did it get E. coli when it was growing, or was it the water they were using? I haven't seen it. Any warnings in the UK? I mean, how did it get contaminated? Water, cross it with poop, yeah. Yeah, it would be nice to grow your own stuff. I used to try them a little bit when I was able to bend and stretch. I used to have to grow them in pots though because I didn't have much garden. Um, I used to grow little bits and pieces of lettuce and things. Never did very well with my tomatoes. I did one year, wonderfully well with my tomatoes one year, but the next year and the year after that was a dismal failure. I grew things, but I would never have grown enough to like sustain me, from not having to buy anything. When I was young, we used to have an allotment. Dad used to grow a few things, but mostly he used to keep chickens. So we always had eggs and that, and occasionally a chicken. If it went off laying and stuff, I suppose we ate the chicken. I used to love it when he used to get the baby chicks. And who trims the hedge? My gardener. I can't do it. My gardener trims that. I haven't even got any hedge clippers anymore. Yeah, she climbs on a ladder and goes up there. Oh, I pinched the carrots. One of the best crops we ever had was I had some new potatoes and they started sprouting. I was going to put them in the bin. My ex-husband said, no, we'll plant them. And we had a lovely crop of new potatoes from them. They were the best things we ever sort of planted unintentionally. People have said to me, well, where would you plant? I said, the only place I've got is a bit of front garden, and that's not much. I'd have to plant them but I'd have to have a raised bed because I can't bed down to do any planting and stuff. So I'd just rather go to the supermarket and buy it. Or I know it's nicer when you grow your own, but well, it's 12 here, so I'm really going to. Look, I'm looking at my eyes; they look so tired. I'm going to leave you all and probably catch you all next week because I'm just going to fall asleep on you. Otherwise, you'll see me go, and then all you'll hear is snoring. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll hopefully see you, most of you, next week. So thank you all, and good night. Yeah, I am a little tired. You're right there, Lisa. I can feel my eyes going zzz. Thanks for the lice. So that's nice. Although I just want to say I might look a bit itchy, but I've not got lice. Bye, all. I'll catch you all next week, if not before. Bye, all.